Hello, so we are back, and this time we have a motherboard to repair. So this is a Dell motherboard with a swappable GPU. Kind of rare. Anyway, let's read the customer letter. So the customer is saying Dell 7560, no RAM, no SSD. As we suggested, I told the customer he can send me only the board. I have a graphics card, okay. The problem is, I mentioned in the email, is totally dead. Not a sausage. I never heard this expression, yeah? Not a sausage. Very interesting. It was working perfect until I plugged the main charger into the wall after inserting the barrel plug. I can't see any problem with that. I think this may have caused a spike. Charger is fine on another Dell, and I have two spares that work fine, but this machine is still dead. A gentleman called Tony. Yeah. So the problem with the board is that the second problem is actually the customer didn't send me the DC in jack. And no, I don't have another one. So we are kind of like blindfolded, but we can figure it out what is wrong and why it's not working. Also, we have some USB-C ports here. Not sure if it's coming on by the USB port. For sure were, right? Probably. So what we are checking first, yeah, in order to figure it out, yeah, the GPU is quite nice. What happened, in the past, every gaming laptop had like swappable GPU card. We have one BIOS chip here. I'm assuming this is from the PD controller. Then we have another BIOS chip here. Then we have another BIOS chip here. This is the GPU BIOS. What we can see here, we can see the DRMOS coils. And I want to check the main power rail. That's what I want to check. Trying to take out the sticker without ripping it off. Yeah, and we have access to the capacitor, as you can see. So multimeter, beeping, capacitor, 2 ohms on the capacitor. So what do you think about that? It's 2 ohms on the capacitor, like 4 ohms on my probes. Yeah, I know my probes really sucks. So the problem with this board is a short on the main power rail. No, it's not short. It was short. It is short. 1 second. Another capacitor. Yeah, it is short. Okay, that's fine. Let's grab the thermal camera. For me, this looks like an easy pizza job. But don't worry, you can have a slice. Yeah. Okay. We need a ground, so we can have a ground somewhere. Low voltage on the power supply, about like 1 volt. What current do we have? We have 4 amps. Okay, that's too much. Yeah, let's see what the resistance has our short. So here we have 0 volts, and here we have 0 volts. Okay, we need more current. Yeah, like 2 amps. Good. So here we have 0.5, and here we have 0.3. So the plus is there, here. So if the plus is here, what is getting hot? No? Something here? Or I hold my hand there? I hold my hand, right? Yeah, probably. What is that? Wait 1 second, what is that? Wow, I can't believe. Check here. What do you think is that? So check here, yeah? Coming with current, exactly on the same capacitor. And what do you think is that component? You're right, it's a capacitor. this capacitor. Told you it's a easy pizza, I told you. So how we are fixing this kind of fault? Well, it's not that simple. First, you have to figure it out the capacity of the capacitor. Then you have to have another capacitor which you can't see what the capacity has, but you have to check the capacity of the capacitor to be sure the capacity is exactly like the capacity from the capacitor you removed. Yeah. No capacitor, no short capacitor, right? Or which one do you want? You want the one with we're gonna replace the capacitor on the next video? Which one do you prefer? No, we're gonna replace the capacitor because we want the customers to come back at some point. So removing the capacitor, we need more heat, 480 degrees. You can see the capacitor is cracked, you can see it? Yeah. And the capacitor is removed. Solder iron. The question is still short if we are checking now from here to here. No, it's not short anymore, you can see. Good. Solder iron, 180 degree solder wire. Let's pretend we are working more on this board so we can charge more, right? Yeah, we are charging based on the time spent on the motherboard. Just joking. So we need another capacitor. Another capacitor from here. Look how many capacitors are here. But I'm curious, the capacitors are on the main power rail? One second, let me check. No. Yeah. So the capacitor, if are on the main power rail, clearly the capacitor can handle 19 volts. So we're gonna take a capacitor, a brand new capacitor, and then we're gonna solder the capacitor here. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Now let's finish the job. And the capacitor is soldered. Good. Yeah, we need some flux, you're right. Yeah. Perfect solder. Perfect solder. So what do you think? It is a proper job. And now the test, how we are testing this motherboard. I believe at this point, it's not even point testing the motherboard. I mean, the fault was clear. But let's plug a USB-C and let's see what it's doing. Maybe it's coming on with a USB-C. So plug in the charger. And the meter it is coming on. And is rebooting. Yeah, I don't think this laptop is working by the USB-C. No. And here, it's doing the same thing, exactly the same thing. Okay, we have the DC in jack. So we have to reach the DC in jack. Yeah, check here. Here we have the input circuit. Inductors, 2 MOSFETs. We have also a diode there. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's the schematic. So if we are coming with the power supply with 19 volts, 19 volts, not sure if the board is coming on, but let's see. 19 volts here. The power supply clicked. Yeah, I don't have enough current, probably. So here, and it's taking like, yeah, check that, 1.6 amps, 2.2 amps, you can see. So the board just came on. Can we test it? Yeah, we have a RAM. We have HDMI. We don't have HDMI. Well, yeah, we do have a HDMI port here. HDMI port. I don't have charger ID, and then it will not charge. But it will not charge anyway because we don't have the battery. So coming with the probe here and the board. The board clicked. I don't like when my power supply clicked. Let's the board is start. I think the board is start. Yeah, the board is coming on and switching off. But how we can do it? That's the question. Solder on the wire. You know, we have to be sure the wire is not getting desoldered because we don't want 19 volts wire to slide on the board. It is proper solder. Good. So here we are coming with plus. Plus. Good. Minus. That's not a problem. Okay, it's my fault. Of course, the board is shutting down. Of course, because it's no heatsink. Yeah. Yeah, that's the reason why the board is shutting down. So let me power off. Power on. So it's taking like 2.4 amps. Even the GPU is getting hot. Yeah, check that. You see the board is starting self. You seen that? Wow, this heatsink is proper hot now. Proper hot. Okay, the board is restarting. We cannot get picture on the board. The board needs like a proper heatsink. You know, cables all connected. And the RAM memory. It is possible the RAM memory to need like a pair of RAM memories. But the fault is clear, and from my point of view, the board was dead. We had like a shorted capacitor. But now the board is not dead. The board is coming on and it's alive. Yeah, it's restarting, you know, everything is getting hot there. So for me, it's looking good. Cool? Yeah. Now, if you ask yourself, okay, sorry, but how this kind of an expensive laptop? How the capacitor died on an expensive laptop? You'll be surprised, but it's no matter if you know if it's an Apple laptop, if it's a cheap laptop, or if it's a proper Dell laptop, they all share the same capacitors. And like we know, the capacitors are getting shorted. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I'm happy I helped the customer. Thank you for watching. You know, like, subscribe if you like the video, and see you on the next one. Bye.